Hello, I'm Dan from Edimo Electric Bikes, and this is the Advanced Reco Urban, and it is the Gold Award winning best e-bike at the Eurobike show here in Frankfurt. So I'm just going to talk you through some of the different specifications, some of the details that are on this bike and what makes it that Gold Award winning bike. This is the version 2, I think, the second incarnation of their Reco bike. So there's one that won an award a couple of years ago, but now they've brought out this new version of it and it's just gone and won a Gold Award again. Most importantly about this frame, this is a really special frame. This is made of a composite material. It's not like most of the other bikes that are made of aluminium and they're welded together. This is injection molded. So what they do is they use plastics, automotive plastics that are recycled, combine that with carbon and put it into an injection mold. It doesn't use solvents and chemicals to bond them together. I think it's a water-based thing. Don't ask me. I'm not a chemical engineer or any of that sort of stuff. I don't know how it works. But essentially they make this completely molded frame, so injection molded frame. It's really, really special, and the nice thing about it, it's incredibly light. So when you tap it and you sort of, the noise of it, it sounds like it's a carbon frame. It's injection molded, so it's slightly different to that. Benefits of that are that they can make low quantities of this frame, so I guess there's a very high startup cost to it. You've got to make the molds and everything, but once you've got that right, you can make frames as and when you want them, so you never get into this situation where you're overproducing and then having to dump stock onto the market. So really, really lovely solution this, and it makes it very light. Talking about light, this bike comes in at around about 20 kilograms, which for an e-bike is, and a sort of an entry-level e-bike, is an incredibly lightweight bike. Specification on this bike, we're talking about a Bosch SX motor down in the bottom bracket here, 400 watt-hour battery and a Purion 200 display as standard. That's got your little on-off button here. It's got a walk assist. It will set all the different levels of assistance you've got. I can't remember names of assistance levels anymore. Everybody calls them something different. Essentially 4 different Eco, Tour, Sport, Turbo, but because this is a Bosch system, we can go in and change that. It'll have the e-Flow app, e-bike Flow app from Bosch as well, so you'll be able to go in and change stuff. Loads of stuff. They also, you can put on here, probably on this one, I don't know if it will fit or not, but you can get things like a GPS tracker and alarm. You can put that in there from Bosch as well. It's called a Connect module. The Purion 200 has got a little LCD display, colour display on the handlebars, giving you loads of extra information, your range, how much assistance you're using, how much battery you've got, all that sort of stuff. Also, as this bike is standard, we've got front and rear lights, so if you are going to be riding this as a commuter through the year, you've got all that built in, so you don't need to worry about trying to find lights afterwards. It's got an assist stand on it. They're decent stands as well. Continental tyres, these are definitely road biased tyres. They're nice and smooth, they roll incredibly well, so we're not having the drag of those big knobbly tyres as we're going along. The 2 different versions of it, you can have a chain of cassette version with a 9-speed derailleur on it. That's a Shimano Q's system on there. I think that one weighs just under 20 kilograms, or if you go for this version that we've got here, which is the Enviolo hub version of it, then it's just over 20 kilograms. You'll notice on the Enviolo hub version of this is belt drive as well, so you've got no maintenance. So one of the nice differences as you move from the chain cassette up to the Enviolo hub is that your maintenance actually goes down. So a belt drive you don't need to oil, it's nice and sturdy, it sits there, it just runs in a straight line the whole time, and the gear changing happens within the rear hub from just twisting this little shifter on the handlebars. Enviolo is a system that loads of bikes use, especially commuter bikes. It's really, really popular system. Everything is sealed in, so you don't have to do any maintenance. However, if you want to go for something that's a little bit more sporty, I guess you then go for the chain of cassette version. Chain of cassette is going to be lighter, so it's going to make the bike a little bit quicker. The whole weight of the bike comes down to just below 20 kilograms, but you will need to oil it, and every so often you'll probably need to do some indexing of the gears and changing of that chain. But if I'm honest, that's no great problem. Take it to a bike shop if you're not happy doing that yourself. It's only going to cost you, 20, 40 quid to get all of that done. Pricing on it. Now, you'd think with all this technology that we've got here, with all this injection molding, it's obviously going to push the price up. It's a very nice idea, but it's going to be expensive. It's not. This is the amazing thing about this bike. So The entry-level version of it with the chain and cassette on it, that is starting from €3,500. I think that's going to transfer straight into pounds to £3,500. And then the NBOLO version of it is €4,000. That is an incredible price for everything that you're getting here. The cost of this bike is probably the same as running a car for a year, except you get to keep the bike at the end of it, and then you can use it for another year, which is technically free afterwards. This frame on this bike actually comes in one size, so what we'll find is that this frame is suitable for anybody from 1m55 up to 1m85, so that covers quite a wide range of people that are out there. At the moment it only comes in one single frame size, so frame shape, excuse me, so a high crossbar version of it. On the older version of the Reco Urban there was a step through of it, so I guess within time we'll see a step through of this as well, but for now this is the one version that they do. But what you will notice is it's a very steep slanting frame that we've got here anyway, so it's quite a low standover height anyway. Down with the saddle down lowest, somebody 155, so that's a relatively tall, shorter human being up to somebody who's 185. I think I'm about that sort of height, so I'm 6'1". So we're going to get a massive range of people who are going to fit on this one bike. Now, the other nice things about it is we're not using cheap motors or anything. On this bike, we have got the Bosch SX motor. So this is their lightweight motor that's down in here. Lovely small compact thing, really quiet, and it's combined here with a 400 watt-hour compact tube from Bosch as well. Now 400 watt-hours, typically we'd say that's going to get you 40 miles if you're riding sensibly, but on a bike this light you're probably going to get above the speed of the motor, and you're going to find that you're going to get an awful lot more mileage than that. It comes in two colorways. This white, which is actually a painted frame, so the white is painted on top of the mold, and then there's another really lovely one which is I guess it's just a lacquered, so it's essentially it's kind of a blacky grey, but it's sort of, you can see all the shapes and everything from the injection mold in there, and then they've lacquered it. It looks really cool. The white is nice because it stands out, and the other cool thing, where you've got an injection mold, they've actually managed to mold their name onto it as well, so rather than having to apply stickers and everything to this, they've just got this really lovely moulding that's on it. Looking at the front of the bike, specification is pretty good as well, so we've got some good quality mud guards on there. I assume that they are aluminium mud guards. We've got suspension fitted as well, so if you're looking for something that is an urban commuter type bike, it's nice to have that nice little bit of extra comfort on there. It does add a little bit of weight, but for the comfort we'll probably go for that every single time. Brakes on here, we've got Shimano brakes, hydraulic brakes obviously throughout. On the back, we've got this rack time rack, which is really sleek, the way that that's fitted in as well. Nice big comfortable gel saddle. All in all, a pretty incredible package, and it's won a gold award for very good reason. One of the other big things that I forgot to say about this bike, this seems absolutely insane. I cannot get my head around this. This comes with a 30-year warranty on the frame. 30 years, 30 years. Now it says on here lifetime warranty. That's insane that somebody is offering that on a bike. That is truly market leading. But as if that wasn't enough, the other thing that they offer is a 4-year warranty on the Bosch motor and battery. Now Bosch only give you 2 years, so Advanced have decided to give you another 2 years on top of that again. So if you are looking for a bike that is an entry-level price but with all the benefits of the premium bikes that are out there, you just can't go wrong with an Advanced Reco Urban, or equally any one of their other bikes. Head scratch.